offensive lineup, leading off, number 17, the shortstop, Dylan Cox. He'll be followed by number 21, Justin Karen, the first baseman. Number 42, Reed Bauer, playing second. Number 99, batting cleanup, the catcher, Browning Monette. Batting fifth, playing third, number 28, Connor Zerbensky. Batting sixth, the left fielder, number 5, Owen Smith. Batting seventh, number 1, Arian Desai, the center fielder. Batting eighth, number 13, Jackson Bell, pitching today for the Lightning. And playing right field, number 3, Michael Roper. Behind the plate, we have Jeremy Cole. And on the bases today, Jerry Richardson. We are ready for the first pitch. Beautiful day for baseball, overcast. Keep that sun out of our eyes from back here behind home plate. Again, the beautiful facility here at Snowden Grove Park. The 9-year-old division of the 2018 Dizzy Dean World Series. We are just about ready to get underway, and home plate umpire Jeremy Cole signals. Let's bring it on, and here comes Caden Claiborne. First pitch fouled back. A 1-1. We had a big storm here last night, and you can see there is a little bit of water still standing, and they've done these fields here at Snowden Grove Park drain tremendously. Second pitch upstairs, 1 ball, 1 strike. Claiborne pitching from the stretch, winds and deals, and it's hit to the third baseman, and by the third baseman, Riley Ruby, for a base hit. Leadoff single for Dylan Cox. So this will bring up the first baseman, number 21, Justin Karen. Claiborne's pitch down low, gets away from Costello, and Cox moves on up to second. 1 ball, no strikes. Shows bunt, pitches upstairs, and Cox will move on over to third. So 2 pitches, and he's all the way to third base. 2 balls, no strikes. Caden Claiborne wants to switch baseballs after that one. Probably got a little wet getting on the grass by the backstop. And a hopper back to the pitcher. Now he's going to try to come home. They've got Cox caught, and don't throw it. Well, Dylan Cox tried to draw a throw. Instead, Claiborne went to first base, got the out, and Grissom fired back into Costello, and he decided to hold it up. 1 out. Runner still on third. That ball gets away. Costello goes back, picks it up, and Cox has to retreat back to third base. 1 ball, no strikes. Kicks and delivers upstairs, 2-0. Claiborne. And this one's popped up, and Claiborne makes a diving attempt. It goes off his glove. Bauer is going to run all the way to second base with no throw. A little pop-up in front of the pitcher, and Claiborne made a good effort on the dive. Couldn't quite come up with it. Was able to hold Cox at third. So now second and third. 1 out, and a swinging strike by Browning Monette. 0-1 on Monette. Ground ball to third. Ruby fires across the diamond to first, and that'll go over the head of Grissom. 1 run scores. Here comes Bauer. He's going to score, and it's 2-0 Eastside Lightning with 1 out here in the first inning. So that'll put Monette on second, and they will have a courtesy runner, as Monette is the catcher for Eastside Lightning. Logan Cox will be out there for the Eastside Lightning on second base. Connor Zerbinski, the third baseman, steps in. 1 ball, no strikes. That one's upstairs as well. 2-0 now the count. Waiting on deck is Owen Smith, the left fielder. That one is down low. 3 balls, no strikes. Called. Strike. Makes the count 3-1. Swing and a miss. The count runs full on Connor Zerbinski. And that one's outside. He'll take ball 4. That'll put runners at first and second here with 1 out in the top of the first inning. First walk issued. Bunt attempt will go foul. Owen Smith might have reached out of the zone to try to put that one down. Runners will stay at first and second. They'll change baseballs, as any time it goes back behind the plate, it's probably going to need to dry off for a little bit. Swing and a miss. Nice pitch there from Claiborne. No balls, 2 strikes now to Owen Smith. 1 out, runners on first and second. 2 runs in here in the top of the first. Claiborne kicks and deals. Swing, got him with some high heat there. 2 down now here in the top of the first. And this will bring up number 1, the center fielder, Arian Desai. Ball's in the dirt. Good pick up there behind the dish by Junior Costello. Jackson Bell on deck. This one's fouled back to the screen. 1 ball, 1 strike. Claiborne sets, kicks, delivers upstairs. 2-1. That one's in the dirt. 3 balls, 1 strike. Inside, that'll be ball 4, which will load the bases.
That'll be easiest.
Now coming up, today's starting pitcher for the Lightning, number 13, Jackson Bell. Chance to help out his own cause. Bases loaded here in the first. First pitch to Bell is upstairs. Ball 1. No place to put him. Strike called on the inside corner. 1 ball, 1 strike. Michael Roper on deck for the Eastside Lightning. Claiborne trying to shut this down now, but that one's downstairs. 2 balls, 1 strike.
But it's not far. It's close.
Going to have a conference here on the mound, and I think they're worried about the landing spot for the pitcher, Caden Claiborne. Not sure what they're going to ask for. I think they're going to talk this one over between the umpires, Jeremy Cole, Jerry Richardson, the head coach for the Olive Branch Americans, which is Kirk Claiborne, and the head coach for the Eastside Lightning, which is Brian Karen. They are looking for some help from the grounds crew. Going to bring out some, try to bring out some dry Mixture. You can see Jeremy Cole there trying to signal to the grounds crew. Let's get some help out here. And while they do that, let's take a short break. We'll be right back. It's 2-0. Bases loaded in the top of the first. You're watching the 2018 Dizzy Dean World Series from South Haven, Mississippi. Everything okay so far?
Here, talk to me a little bit, just let me make sure it's on.
We all good?
Yeah, I can't do that. We're good.
Everything okay?
Yeah, everything's good. I think we're waiting on Ted was saying that they're talking to the grounds crew a little bit. There's something wrong.
Yeah, it's a pitcher's landing area or whatever. He can't find the strike zone, so he's got to blame it on something.
Yeah.
And his dad's the head coach.
Roped on.
And his dad's the head coach, so,
Oh.
you know.
He's like, my son couldn't be getting roped on. That's not right. There's no way. I think that's what it is. Yeah. It's still 2-0 out there.
Yes, it is. 2-0, bases loaded, 2 outs. Do you have anything else other than the score? All you got's just the score? Or? If you want to come back, I can talk for a little bit. Then you can show the world.
Is there anything going on to talk about right now? No.
Grounds crew.
We'll let them work it out. Look, they're bringing out the grounds crew and everything. It's getting serious out here. Just stay right there. You're fine, Teddy B. I don't know what I hit to make it so you can hear me all of a sudden. I'm glad I hit it though. Oh yeah.
Welcome back to the 2018 Dizzy Dean World Series. Here, the 9-year-olds playing on diamond number 6 at Snowden Grove Park. We had to have a little delay there as they regroomed the pitching mound and also the area around third base. Again, a big storm came through here last night. We know as a crew they were setting up, and we had to get things out of the way. Our crew here on the Dizzy Dean Baseball Network did a fantastic job. Get a couple of warm-up pitches here for Caden Claiborne. Let's reset what's happened so far. Leading off for the Eastside Lightning, Dylan Cox with a single toward down the left field line, just past the glove of Riley Ruby. Justin Karen bounced back to the pitcher, 1 out. Reed Bauer, a short pop-up that turned into an infield double. Monette reached, and we are ready to go. Claiborne kicks and deals, and that one's inside, and they will not try to advance. I believe that's going to make the count 3 balls, 1 strike. We had that delay there to fix the mound. Bases are loaded, 2 outs in the top of the first, 2-0 the score. Claiborne delivers. Strike called. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Full count, bases loaded. Top of the first. Bell the batter. Claiborne delivers. Called. Strike 3. At the end of 1/2 inning of play, the Eastside Lightning 2, the Olive Branch Americans coming to bat. On the mound for the Eastside Lightning, Jackson Bell. Leading off for the Olive Branch Americans, number 00, Caden Claiborne. And Claiborne looks at one just upstairs. Claiborne, the starting pitcher for the Olive Branch Americans. Left-hander looks at the delivery from Bell, and it's a slow roller to third. Up with it is Zerbinski, not in time. Infield single, leading off the bottom of the first for Caden Claiborne. Stepping in for the Olive Branch Americans now is number 27, Derek Higginbottom. The center fielder looks at the first delivery from Bell outside, ball one. The East Side Lightning came up with two in the top of the first. Olive Branch looking to answer here in the bottom of the first frame. Second pitch is upstairs from Bell, 2-0 on Higginbottom. Here's the delivery, and upstairs still 3 balls, no strikes. As Jeremy Cole looks at 3 straight pitches. Let's see if he has green light here. Right now he's got his bat just laying on his shoulder as if it's take all the way, and it is take all the way, and he's taking strike one. The runner goes, throw down to second, not in time, and stolen base for Caden Claiborne. Claiborne showing good speed with that leadoff infield single, and now a stolen base. Bell behind in the count 3-1 to Higginbottom. Kicks and deals. Swing and a miss. Claiborne takes off for third as the ball gets by the catcher Monette, and runner on third, nobody out, full count on the center fielder Derek Higginbottom. The count was 3 balls, no strikes. Bell has brought it back to 3-2. Runner on third, nobody out. And that's inside. Higginbottom takes for ball 4. And he's immediately going to take off to second to invite the run down. And there will be no play out at second base. So a walk turns into 2 bases. Second and third, nobody out. This will bring up the right fielder, Christian Clark. Bell sets, kicks, deals, misses just outside, ball 1. The Lightning scored 2 in the top of the first. The Olive Branch Americans trying to answer here in the bottom of the first. Runners in scoring position, nobody out. Swing and a miss. Big cut there by Christian Clark. Bell sets. Clark swings at a high fastball. Strike 2. Bell throwing that high fastball was able to entice Clark to swing at one, probably out of the zone. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one is outside, evens up the count, 2-2. Bell delivers. Swing and a miss. Got him for the strikeout. First out of the inning. This will bring up Deshaun Hanna, the left fielder. Bell kicks and deals, and this is lined up through the middle, base hit. 1 run will score, and Higginbottom will stay at second as that ball was hit on a line right in front of him, and he wanted to just make sure he didn't get picked right there at second base. An RBI single for Deshaun Hanna, and it's 2-1. Runners on first and second. One out here in the bottom of the first. This will bring up third baseman Riley Ruby. Swings and fouls this one out of play. Higginbottom on second. Hannah on first. Bell delivers to the plate, and Ruby fouls this one back. No balls, 2 strikes. Coming to this plate swinging. Jackson Bell sets, delivers outside. Ruby would not offer at that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Of course, in this 9-year-old minor league of the Dizzy Dean classifications, cannot lead off, as that one's tipped away by Ruby. Count remains 1-2. And what you will see here in this level of baseball is oftentimes the runners will jump off the base and consider running after the pitch is by the hitter. Sometimes trying to entice a throw back from the pitcher, getting a run down. And another foul ball from Ruby. One ball, 2 strikes. First and second, 1 out. Slow pitch, looked like a changeup upstairs. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And there's Higginbottom trying to draw a throw. Bell decides against it. Eastside Lightning 2, Olive Branch Americans 1. 1 out, bottom of the first. Inside, ball 2. And they do throw down to second, and Higginbottom is back safely. Excuse me, the count is 3-2. Runners at first and second, 1 out. Ruby takes inside, ball 4. That will load the bases. So a pair of hits, a pair of walks, 1 run in, bases loaded, 1 out. The second baseman, number 6, Jeremy Odom, steps up to the plate for Olive Branch Americans. Chance to drive in, perhaps the tying and go-ahead runs here in the bottom of the first. Bell's first pitch, called a strike on the outside corner. Able. Higginbottom at third, Hannah at second, Ruby at first. Bell delivers. Swung on and missed. Oh, and 2 the count on Jeremy Odom. Outside, ball 1.
Give me just the runners. You don't have to get the batter in there too. Just hit the 3 bases. A little tighter. There we go.
Bases are loaded. Bottom of the first.
There you go.
Jackson Bell delivers, and it's a 1 hopper to second. Over to short for the first out. Not in time for the double play, so a run will score. Reed Bauer did a nice job on the 1 hop. Flipped it to Dylan Cox. Cox's relay over to Karen at first. Not in time for the double play. So good hustle down the line by Odom will give him an RBI on a fielder's choice. Ruby out at second. And Hannah moves on over to third. We're tied at 2. Here in the bottom of the first, and we're having a conference on the mound. Jackson Bell, Browning Monette. And head coach Brian Karen talking it over. Probably want to make sure they're on the same page with the first and third situation as Darian Harden comes to the plate for Olive Branch. And with first and third at this level, it would not surprise me at all to see Odom take off for second. As soon as that ball gets past the hitter, he does, and they will make no play down at second. So runners at second and third, 2 outs. Harden the batter. Bell delivers. Outside. 2 balls, no strikes. Bell delivers. Swung on. Ryan line back up the middle off of Bell's leg. He is hurt, and they're going to score 1 run. And oh my, that line shot right off the right ankle of Jackson Bell, and he is down. Time is obviously called, and they're going to go out and check on their pitcher. That hurt. A line shot up the middle by Darian Harden, and Bell just did not have enough time to react. It caught him right above the right foot. Hopefully it caught some more of the meat on that right leg as opposed to the bone. Obviously in some pain. They're going to help him up here. And he is not really putting any weight on it, as that hit put Olive Branch up 3-2. And we're going to have a new pitcher as they take Bell into the dugout, and they're going to care for him as they really are worried as he got nailed with that line drive. While they change pitchers, we'll figure out the pitching change, and we'll be back here in a little bit. It's 3-2. Olive Branch on top of Eastside Lightning at the 2018 Dizzy Dean World Series. Welcome back to Snowden Grove Park here in South Haven, Mississippi. We've had a pitching change. Number 7, Charlie May in for the Eastside Lightning as starting pitcher Jackson Bell was struck on the right leg by a line drive. And there's another shot up the middle. This time, though, the shortstop Dylan Cox fires to first, in time for the out. Nice play by the shortstop. One pitch from Charlie May and one out. However, the Olive Branch Americans answer in the bottom of the first with 3 runs at the end of 1 complete. Olive Branch 3, Eastside Lightning 2. Welcome back to South Haven, Mississippi, the 2018 Dizzy Dean World Series. We're ready for the top of the second. Leading off for the Eastside Lightning here in the second will be right fielder number 3, Michael Roper. On the mound is Caden Claiborne, the starter for Olive Branch. First pitch to Roper is a ball upstairs. Comes in this time a little bit low. 2 balls, no strikes. 3-2 Olive Branch leading Eastside Lightning after 1. That one's way upstairs. Again, whenever the ball is into the grass right now, a little bit wet, so they're going to make sure they start trying to dry off the baseballs between pitches. Claiborne delivers, and then that's a 4-pitch walk to lead things off here for Michael Roper in the top of the second. The shortstop led things off in this game on the top of the first with a base hit past Riley Ruby, the third baseman. Cox would come on to score the first run of this ball game. 1 ball, no strikes. Claiborne inside. Had a little bit of trouble with the strike zone today, but he does work fast. This one is upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes on the batter, Dylan Cox. And that'll be another walk to start things off here in the second inning. Justin Karen, the first baseman, will now be the batter, and it looks like we are going to have a conference on the mound. Head coach Kirk Claiborne and his son Caden Claiborne out on the mound. The other infielders come in for the conversation. Other coaches for the Olive Branch Americans are Jeremy Odom, Rayshawn Hanna, Corbin Townsend, and Derek Higginbottom. And we're going to have a pitching change. Looks like we're going to move the outfielder Deshaun Hanna in from left. Jeremy Odom, who was playing second, will move out to left field. And I believe that means that Caden Claiborne will go to second base. So we've got to look here at the relief pitcher, Deshaun Hanna, getting his warm-up tosses. And again, I think the way they'll move the fielders around is Jeremy Odom, the second baseman, will move out to left. Claiborne will move from the mound to second base, and Hanna is now on the mound for Olive Branch. Runners at first and second. Nobody out. Beautiful day here at South Haven, Mississippi. It was overcast, and perhaps the sun is getting ready to peek through. Believe one more warm-up toss. The Eastside Lightning from Marietta, Georgia, scored 2 in the top of the first. The Olive Branch Americans answered with 3 in the bottom of the first. Already Jackson Bell, the starting pitcher for the Eastside Lightning, has been removed from the game as he was struck by a line drive off the bat of Darian Harden. And now we've had a pitching change here in the top of the second, and it looks like we're finally ready to go again. On the mound, Deshaun Hanna. At the plate, first baseman Justin Karen. Runners at first and second. Roper at second and Cox at first. They show bunt, fouled off by Karen. No balls, 1 strike. Wind up and delivery in the dirt. 1-1. Wind up. Swing and a miss. Got him with a pitch on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Deshaun Hanna. Full wind up. And it's popped in the air and Claiborne can't make the catch. He's got to play, though, at third. If he looks up, he throws to third, and he is going to be called. The umpires are going to confer, and it could have been a force out. However, third baseman Riley Ruby came off the bag to get the throw from Claiborne. Umpires Jeremy Cole and Jerry Richardson confer and say he was tagged out. So in essence, it's pretty much a force play. 4-5 from Claiborne to Ruby. 1 out. Runners will remain at first and second. Cox on second base, Karen on first. Deshaun Hanna delivers. First pitch is down low. They've got the runner out there, Dylan Cox, trying to draw a throw. He does draw the throw and just retreats to second base. Once again, Cox drawing a throw from the catcher, Junior Costello. Swing and a grounder to shortstop. Harden picks it up, flips it over to second. They'll get the force out there. Nice job by Darian Harden flipping it over to Caden Claiborne. So on the fielder's choice, Karen is called out at second. Bauer is at first, and Cox moves up to third base. First and third, 2 outs. The wind-up and delivery from Deshaun Hanna. Ball gets past the catcher, Costello, and in to score will be Dylan Cox as Bauer moves up to second base. The score is now tied at 3-3. Trying to see what they're checking on right here. And I believe that Costello crashed into the backstop. It's hard to see from this angle, but they are looking at the catcher, Junior Costello, right there by the backstop. We've already had one injury in this ball game on a line drive hit back at the pitcher, Jackson Bell. Costello is helped to his feet, and he gets a round of applause from the fans, as he should. And I think he's going to be okay. That's good to see. That pitch got away from Deshaun Hanna, and as Costello hustled back to try to make a play, he ran into the backstop, and hopefully everything's going to be okay. Runner on second. 2 outs. We're tied at 3 here in the top of the second. Now the pitch up and away for a ball on the catcher for the Eastside Lightning, Browning Monette. Deshaun Hanna winds, delivers, upstairs. 3 balls, no strikes. Swing and a grounder to short. Harden charges, fires over to first, and that will end the top of the second. However, the Eastside Lightning pick up another run. We're tied at 3 going to the bottom of the second. You're watching the 2018 Dizzy Dean World Series. Leading off things here in the bottom of the second for the Olive Branch Americans, number 12, first baseman J.D. Grissom. And he looks at a ball from Charlie May. May came in for Jackson Bell, who was struck on the leg by a line drive. Second pitch, and this one is going to get through the infielder, Justin Karen, and on to second goes Grissom, and he's not going to stop all the way to third base without a throw, and they're going to try to send him, and he will score. That is your definition of the Little League home run. Good hustle by J.D. Grissom as he whistled one down close to the first base bag. Karen couldn't handle it, and Grissom just kept running. It's 4-3 here in the bottom of the second. Olive Branch regains the lead as leadoff hitter Caden Claiborne steps in against Charlie May. Looks at the ball. May delivers, and this one's going to be outside as well. 2 balls, no strikes. Bouncer up the middle. Second baseman Reed Bauer up with it, but not in time. That throw gets away, but Justin Karen able to chase it down before Claiborne can advance. His second consecutive infield single. The left-handed leadoff hitter has some wheels. This will bring up center fielder Derek Higginbottom. That pitch is out, bottom of the second inning. Nobody out, runner on second. And we're going to have a conference here and possibly a pitching change. Or excuse me, a change in positions. Looks like they're going to change the catcher, Browning Monette. Number 41, Logan Cox, is heading out to left field. We'll see if they have other changes in the field. Perhaps Owen Smith is coming in. While they get the catcher ready, we're going to take a short break and we'll try to get ourselves updated on these position changes. We'll brief you on the defensive changes here in a moment, as the first pitch is a ball after that break. We do know that Logan Cox entered the game to play left field. Swing and a miss by Higginbottom. Reed Bauer moved from second base to catcher. And I believe Owen Smith moved from left field to second. We'll double check on the rest of that here in a moment. Ball away. I believe that's 3-1 now, the count on Higginbottom. And this one is lifted into left field. Logan Cox into the ball game. First batter hits it right to him and he makes the play. One gone here in the bottom of the second. Christian Clark, the batter. He looks at a ball upstairs. One ball, no strikes. Runner on second, one out, bottom of the second inning. Swing and fouled back off the mask of home plate umpire Jeremy Cole. Everybody double checks Jeremy to make sure he's okay. He'll reset his face mask, signal 1 ball, 1 strike. May with the pitch and foul back. Once again, right by the mask of Jeremy Cole. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Charlie May, the pitcher. Reed Bauer, the catcher. Christian Clark, the batter, swings and bounces it to third. Zerbinski has a rundown and doesn't throw. He did not try to throw over to first. Claiborne enticed him to throw to second. He never did, so we have runners on first and second. That'll be scored as a fielder's choice, no throw. First and second, one out, strike called on Deshaun Hanna. First inning. Looks at one in the dirt this time. Charlie May sets and delivers. Upstairs. Hanna looks to get something to swing at. He does. And the runners will advance. Brian Karen asking home plate umpire Jeremy Cole if that was tipped. He said no. So the runners do advance. Second and third. 2 balls, 2 strikes. However, I think Jeremy Cole is going to confer with Jerry Richardson to make sure he didn't see a foul tip. They agree, no foul tip, so the ball was live. The runners can advance, and that puts Claiborne at third base, Christian Clark at second. 1 out. Swing and a miss. Got him with a high fastball. Big pitch there from Charlie May. Gets the second out of the inning. Riley Ruby, the batter, and they say he did not go. One and 0 the count. 2 gone. That one's down low, 2 balls, no strikes. And this one goes to the backstop and trying to score, and they may have a play out on the bases instead. The runners for Olive Branch, Claiborne at third and Clark at second, safely retreat. That ball will be inside and low. Ball 4, Ruby. A 4-pitch walk loads the bases. Now the batter is Jeremy Odom. He looks at ball 1 upstairs. Odom started off the game as the second baseman, and he has since moved to left field. Lines one up the middle. Shortstop Cox has his only chance was at second base and not in time. And that will be an infield single and an RBI for Jeremy Odom, and that makes it 5-3 Olive Branch on top. Cox charged the ball but really didn't have enough time to do anything with it. Strike called on Darian Harden. Bases loaded, 2 outs. Olive Branch leads 5-3 here in the bottom of the second. Last inning, Harden's line drive went off the leg of the pitcher, Jackson Bell, who had to be helped off the field. Let's hope he's doing better. 1-1 the count on Harden. In the dirt, ball 2. Pitch from May. Gets away from the catcher, Reed Bauer, but he's able to chase it down quickly. 3 balls, 1 strike. Swing and a miss. Harden took a big cut on that one. Full count, 2 outs, bases loaded. The pitch from May, outside, ball 4. That'll bring in another run. Harden at first base on the walk. Odom at second base on his infield single. Ruby at third base from a walk. Here's a grounder to short. Cox will go over to Smith for the third and final out. But the Olive Branch Americans pick up 3 more. They lead 6-3 at the end of 2. Leading off the top of the third for the Eastside Lightning from Marietta, Georgia, will be third baseman Connor Zerbinski. Connor walked in the first inning. On the mound, Deshaun Hanna. He started in left field, came in for Caden Claiborne. Claiborne moved to second. Jeremy Odom out to left field. Here's the windup and delivery upstairs, ball one. Six-3 the score. Olive Branch on top. Strike called. 1-1 strike. The Eastside Lightning scored 2 in the top of the first. Olive Branch answered with 3 in the bottom half of the first. That one's popped up. Let's see who's going to get it on the infield. And the pitcher, Deshaun Hanna, will take care of it himself. 1 up, 1 down here in the top of the third. Again, Eastside with 2 in the first, 1 in the second. Olive Branch 3 in the first and 3 more in the second. We stand 6-3 here in the top of the third inning with Owen Smith now batting. Owen moved from left field to second base. Baseline. 1-1 strike, 1 out. Top of the third inning. Swing and a miss. Got a nice pitch on the outside corner. 1 ball, 2 strikes. As Smith pounds the plate with his bat, says, "Give me another chance at that." And he looks at 1 upstairs, evening the count, 2 balls, 2 strikes. Upstairs, ball 3. Full count now on Owen Smith. And the throw over to first is in time. Nice play. 2 down. Ruby looking pretty happy over there at third base. First pitch called strike on the batter, Arian Desai. Folks, I apologize. It is Christian Clark. When they gave me the lineup, they told me that they had their outfielders moving around. So it is Christian Clark, not Deshaun Hanna, on the mound. So Clark has done a great job, and I've been giving the credit to Hanna, and I apologize to Christian Clark. Not sure what we're talking about here on the field as umpire Jerry Richardson is going over to speak with the coaches from Olive Branch. Two outs Nobody on. 6-3 the score. Christian Clark on the mound. Arian Desai the hitter. Ball's upstairs. Swing and up the middle, base hit, and knocked away by the center fielder. Desai will cruise on into second base. Nice slide there at second. So with 2 outs, a runner in scoring position for the East Side Lightning. Ball up and away to the batter, Charlie May. Charlie came in relief on the mound after Jackson Bell was struck by a line drive back in the first inning. Upstairs, ball 2. That ball gets away from the catcher, and Costello has no place to go with it. Desai moves up to third. 2 outs. 6-3 the score. Strike. And May draws the walk. So we'll have a first and third situation here with 2 outs. This will bring up a pinch hitter, number 27, Matthew Contos. And we will have another game coming up here at 11:30 today. The Middle Valley All-Stars taking on the East Side Thunder here on the Dizzy Dean Baseball Network. We're still having a discussion. I believe they're wanting to make sure they give the lineup changes to the scorekeeper. When they have a pinch hitter coming in, they need to make sure it's official. Umpires Jeremy Cole and Jerry Richardson going over to speak with Alicia, the scorekeeper. And they're double checking to make sure everything is set to go. Contos will be the batter. First and third, 2 outs. 6-3 the score. Olive Branch on top of the East Side Lightning here, top of the third inning. Clark's first pitch is outside. And Charlie May advances to second base. Outside once again. Contos, the left-hander, looks at a strike called on the inside corner. Nice pitch there from Christian Clark. That ball upstairs. 3-1 now the count on the pinch hitting Matthew Contos. Charlie May at second. Arian Desai at third. Clark's delivery is inside for ball 4, and Contos draws a walk. This will load him up for the leadoff hitter, Dylan Cox. Dylan led off this game with a sharp base hit down the left field line. He walked in the second inning. He has scored two of the three runs for the Eastside Lightning. Junior Costello wants to go out and talk with Christian Clark. Contos at first, May at second, Desai at third, Clark delivers. And it's a grounder up the middle. It will get through. That'll score one. And around to score will be Charlie May, and it is now 6-5. Big base hit there by Dylan Cox. Wasted no time. Going after the first pitch from Clark. 2 runs are in. It's now a 1-run ball game. So after 2 outs and nobody on, the Eastside Lightning have put together a rally and scored 2 and have runners at first and second for number 21, Justin Karen, their first baseman. Check there for the catcher, Junior Costello. 6-5 the score. Justin Karen at the plate for the Eastside Lightning. They had 2 outs, nobody on. Here's a ground ball back to the pitcher. Clark up over to first, and that will end the inning. However, the Eastside Lightning pick up 2 more. It's 6-5. Olive Branch on top going to the bottom of the third. 6-5, Olive Branch on top as we get to the bottom of the third inning. Leading off will be first baseman J.D. Grissom, and he's facing a new pitcher as Justin Karen, the left-hander, moves on to the mound for the Eastside Lightning. Matthew Contos takes over first base duties, and we'll see if we get an update on where Charlie May moved in the field. Karen sets and delivers. Grissom looks at a strike. And that is lined to second base and caught right there. Nice grab defensively by Owen Smith. And there's a grounder to Smith, and he bobbles it, and it is not in time to get the speedy Caden Claiborne. Perhaps Claiborne's speed may have hurried up Smith. Regardless, Claiborne's on first here with one out in the bottom of the third. Swing and a miss by Derek Higginbottom. So Logan Cox has moved to right field. I believe that means that Charlie May has gone to left, but we can't tell on some of the defensive changes. We do know that Justin Karen's on the mound, and that one gets away as Claiborne will move on down to second. Contos at first. Smith on second. Cox remains at short. Zerbinski still at third. Logan Cox in right. And I believe Charlie May in left and Arian Desai still in center. Here's the delivery. Upstairs. Claiborne on second. Higginbottom at the plate, and he'll take ball 4 and hustle down to first base. So one out, runners on first and second. Now batting Christian Clark again. We were told he was at one position, and now he moved to another one. So he's been on the mound and done a fine job for Olive Branch. They'll say that one was outside, ball 2. First and second, one out. Olive Branch Americans leading the Eastside Lightning 6-5. Another ball outside, 3-0 the count. Strike called. Clark taking all the way on that one. Strike 2. This one on the outside corner. That'll make it a full count. First and second, one out. And this is lined as shortstop. Takes a tough hop over the glove of Dylan Cox and In to score will be Caden Claiborne. We'll give a single on that one to Christian Clark, a single and an RBI. Higginbottom moves up to second. Claiborne scores. It's 7-5. Olive Branch with a 2-run lead. Here's Deshaun Hanna. One ball, no strikes. Two and 0 the count on Deshaun. And we're going to have a conference on the mound, and we're going to have a change in pitchers, it looks like. So it looks like Karen's time on the mound is done, and while we have a new pitcher, and I believe it's going to be Connor Zerbinski, we'll take a break and see if we can figure out where these position changes have us. It's 7-5, Olive Branch on top here in the bottom of the third. Connor Zerbinski on the mound now for the East Side Lightning. Deshaun Hanna at the plate for the Olive Branch Americans. 7-5 the score. Runners on first and second, one out. And this ball is ripped into left field, and it gets by the left fielder. Around to score will be Higginbottom. Coming around is Clark to third base, and he is safe at third base. An RBI double by Deshaun Hanna makes it 8-5. He wasted no time going after Zerbinski's offering. Ripped it into left field. Riley Ruby now the batter, and he looks at a strike on the outside corner. Ball in the dirt. 2 balls, no strikes. Hanna on second. Clark on third. 8-5 the score. And another pitch just outside. 3 balls, no strikes to Riley Ruby. Zerbinski on the mound. Ruby at the plate. And it's fouled down the first base side. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Hanna at second. Clark at third. Ruby at the plate. Zerbinski kicks and deals. And that's a ball in the dirt, but able to run it down there is Reed Bauer. So with 1 out, the bases are loaded. And this will bring up second baseman, or he started at second base, now in the outfield, Jeremy Odom. Delivery upstairs. Olive Branch scored 3 in the first, 3 in the second. They've already put 2 across the plate here in the third. And this one is fouled back. And that one's in the dirt, but knocked down by Bauer. That one gets away, and they will not advance. Once again, the backstop fairly close here. Beautiful facility here at Snowden Grove Park. The Diamonds are in great shape, especially considering the storm last night. 3-1 the count. And that's outside. That's ball 4, and we'll move everyone up 1, including bringing Christian Clark across the plate. 9-5 the score. Here's Darian Harden, the shortstop. The ball gets away, and again, runners will not be able to advance. Inside, ball 2. Zerbinski unable to find the plate with that offering. It's 3-0. No place to put him. Bases are loaded. 9-5 the score. 1 out. Bottom third. And showing bunt, but just trying to distract the pitcher. Draws ball 4. We've got another one in via a walk. That makes the score 10-5 here in the bottom of the third. And Olive Branch has batted around. Here's Junior Costello, the catcher, stepping in. Ball 1 downstairs. Reed Bauer getting a workout behind the plate. 2-0 the count. He's actually done a very nice job of stopping some balls in there. Strike called. 2 balls and 1 strike. inside. 3-1 now, the count on Costello. Grounded to the shortstop, Cox, his first time up. Grounded to Cox, his second time up. This time he'll take a bases on ball and pick up an RBI for his efforts. Four straight walks have brought in another run. It's 11-5, and we'll have a runner for Costello, the courtesy runner for the catcher is Trent Cruz-Turner. Hey, happy birthday to Trent Cruz-Turner today. He's hoping to have a happy birthday at a birthday party as the ball gets away, and this time sliding in safely is Odom, and then crossing the plate is Harden. Odom hustles in on that one that got to the backstop, and on the throw that couldn't connect, Harden was right behind him. So 2 runs score, and Cruz-Turner, who just came in as the courtesy runner, moves all the way to third. Strike called here on J.D. Grissom. 1-1 the count. Foul tip. $13-5 the score. That one's in the dirt. Blocked by Reed Bauer. Two balls, 2 strikes on the first baseman, J.D. Grissom. Looks at that one low and away. Full count. Swing and a miss. Strikeout will make 2 outs here in the bottom of the third. And this will bring up the leadoff hitter, Caden Claiborne. Claiborne had an infield single to lead things off, an infield single in the second. Here in the third, he had a grounder to the second baseman, Owen Smith, and Smith couldn't get it there in time. I think the speed from Claiborne might have caused that error. And here's a grounder to short. I don't think they have a chance, as Claiborne just has to put it in play. And that scores another run. And that is going to do it. Well, that run puts them over the 10-run limit, and Olive Branch, actually I think it's the time limit, will defeat the Eastside Lightning by the score of 14-5. They really were able to put together a huge third inning. And with that, they will stay in the winner's bracket here in the 9-year-old minor league division of the 2018 Dizzy Dean World Series. Glad you joined us for this one. We'll have plenty more coming up. We've got our next game here in a few moments. It will be the Middle Valley All-Stars taking on the Eastside Thunder. We'll take a short break, but we'll have more Dizzy Dean World Series action from Snowden Grove Park in South Haven, Mississippi in just a few minutes.